Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Jovike here, and in today's video I will be sharing with you guys how to make this trendy and lovely gown with two sides drape, asymmetric neckline and ostrich feather sleeve. This video is on how the two sides drape was achieved. It's a well-detailed video on how to drape on your gown or skirt to make it fuller. So if you are interested or you're finding it difficult to drape on your dress, keep watching and let's get started. So guys, to make this dress, I'm going to be using these 3 yards of a stretchy crepe fabric, ostrich feathers, tape rule, chalk, marker, pin, scissors, pattern paper, curve and ruler. The measurements needed for this dress is on your screen. And I started off by drafting a basic skirt pattern for the down part of this dress. I have marked out my guideline. I will place my tape on it like this and mark out the hip line measurement, which is 10 inches. Mark out waist to knee length, 19 inches. Mark out the gown length minus half length measurement, which is equal to 28.5 plus 1.5 inches for seam allowance, making it a total of 30 inches. I will mark it out. Next, I will get my ruler and mark out straight lines on the marks we just created for the vertical measurements. Next, I will label the lines: hip line HL, knee length KL, waist line WL, the seam allowance and the hemline. For the horizontal measurement, I will mark out the round waist measurement, which is 32 divided by 4 equal to 8 inches. I will use the exact body measurement because I'm working with a stretchy fabric, so I will mark out 8 inches. I will move down and mark out the hip measurement divided by 4. 48 divided by 4 equal to 12 inches. For the round knee measurement, I will take out 2 or 3 inches from the hip measurement and mark it on the knee line. I will come down to the hemline and seam allowance line and repeat the same thing. Next, I will get my pattern curve and connect the horizontal measurements like this. From the waist to the hip line, to the knee length, down to the hemline and the seam allowance line. After that, I will get my scissors and cut through the lines we just marked. Next, I will duplicate my pattern paper, label it too, and keep it aside. Please draft out another pattern paper exactly like this one. When it's time to use it, I will explain. For the draping, I will get back my original pattern, place my tape on the guideline, and start marking out 1 inch on it like this, from the waist down to the hemline. If you don't want to use this method, feel free to use an elastic for your side draping. You can decide to mark out half inch instead of the 1 inch if you want yours very gathered. After the markings, I will get my marker and pattern ruler and start marking out straight lines on the marks like this. I will mark it line by line till I get to the end. Next, I will use my marker and start numbering the lines from 1 down to wherever it stopped. After that, I will get my scissors and start slashing the papers, cutting out the lines to demarcate the numbers. Cut it from the first line down to the last line. Please do not forget your duplicates. Just keep it aside. Next, I will spread my fabric, then get the numbered papers, separate everything and start spreading them one after the other on the fabric. As I am placing the paper, I am arranging it as well. Next, I will get my office pin and pin it down. After pinning it down, I will get a chalk and tape to give space of how many inches I want to plait in. You can decide to leave a space of 1.5 inches or 2 inches or so. So here I will give 1 or 1.5 inches space, mark it out with my chalk like this. After marking it, I will get paper 2 and place it after the space we just created. Then get my pin and pin it down. After pinning paper 2, I will give another 1 or 1.5 inches space. Mark it out with my chalk, get paper 3 and place it after the space. Then get a pin and pin it down like this. I will mark out another space, get paper 4 and pin it down. Get paper 5 and repeat the same thing. I will keep doing same to all the papers, one after the other, till I get to paper 20 and the last one. After spreading and pinning all, Next, I will start pleating in the spaces one after the other. This is me pleating in the first space. Make sure to take in every space such that paper 1 and 2 will now get back together. After pleating in carefully, I will get my pin and pin it down. Make sure to pin both sides and do not pin on the paper, rather pin on the fabric. I will go ahead and pleat in the next one such that paper 3 and 2 will get back together. As I pleat in, I pin it down. Now if you want your pleating to come out well, instead of giving 1 inch space, give 1.5 or 2 inches space so that you will have enough space to pleat in, depending on what you want. If you take a close look at mine, you will notice that from the hip region to the knee region, I gave 1.5 inches space so that my pleats will come out fuller. Do not forget to pin it down as you pleat. Here I decided to pleat this side first, so when I get to the end, I will pin it down and move to this other side and start pleating and pinning. I did it this way so that I won't obstruct you guys from seeing what I am doing. Now you can see the numbers are getting back and closer together as you pleat in. For the length of my fabric, before I started placing the slashed papers, this fabric is by 60, so I spread everything. I didn't cut the length, just the side. Guys, I'm done pleating in the spaces. Next, I will get the duplicate. Now, the reason for the duplicate is to get back the exact body measurement after the whole pleating. So I'll place the duplicate on it like this. Feel free to pin it down so it doesn't shift. Next, I will get my scissors and use the duplicate to trace by cutting all around like this. After cutting, I will remove the pin and take out the duplicate. Then carefully start removing the pins and taking out the slashed papers, one after the other. I am done, guys, and this is it. Our front piece is ready, and as you can see, our drape is dripping already. Guys, for the back piece, I will place my fabric on fold. The back piece is meant to be 2, so just double your fabric and place your duplicate on it like this. I will get my tape, place it on the fabric like this, and start marking out either 1.5 inches or 2 inches for the zip allowance. Mark it from the waistline down to the end of the fabric. After that, I will get the numbered papers, place all on fold before spreading on the fabric. Make sure to place the folded side on the zip allowance line like so. Starting with paper 1, if I place, I will pin it down. Give 1 or 1.5 inches or 2 inches space as the spirit leads. Mark it out with your chalk before placing paper 2. As you place paper 2, you pin it down. After pinning it, you give another space as you wish. I gave 1.5 inches, marked chalk on the line before placing paper 3. Please ensure to make your chalk markings very visible. You can use another chalk color to make it very visible. This is because I will remove the slashed papers before pleating the back piece. I noticed that the front piece pleating was time consuming, so I decided to use another method for the back piece. So please make the chalk markings visible enough for both the zip allowance side and the seam allowance side. After the placing and the markings, I will get my scissors to cut out the remaining fabric. Do not forget to double your fabric for the back pattern. Here I am trying to open up the fold to make them separate by cutting through the fold, and as you can see, I left some space by the side. Now this is me trying to make the chalk lines very visible so that when I take out the slashed papers, I will know where to pleat in. Guys, because the back piece is 2, the chalk markings won't get to the second one under. So I'll get my scissors and start notching where I marked chalk, so that for the piece under, I will use the notching to know where to pleat in when it's time to pleat. So for every part I marked chalk, I will notch it as well, both for the seam allowance side and the zip allowance side. As I mark out with my chalk, I will use the scissors to notch for the sake of the second piece under. I will do it from this waistline down to the end of the fabric. Guys, I'm done marking and notching. Next, I will take out the slashed papers. Here is my back piece and these two. Next, I will get my pin and start pleating in, just like we did for the front piece. But this time around, the chalk markings and notching will be our guide for pleating the back piece. So just like we did for the front, I will go ahead, pleat and pin the notched areas and show you guys. This is it, guys. I am done pleating the two back piece. Now, after pleating, the zip allowance side is straight, so the pleats won't change the shape or the measurements. For the seam allowance side, if yours went out of shape after the whole pleating, use your duplicate and get back the shape and the measurements, just like we did for the front piece. So here is my already draped two back piece. I will take it to my sewing machine, sew through the zipper allowance and show you guys. I am done stitching and this is what it looks like. Our drape is draping already. Next, to couple the down part of our gown, I will get the front piece, place and join it on the back piece like this. Then use 1.5 inches or 2 inches to join it. After joining this side, I will turn to the other side and stitch it as well. So guys, here is me coupling / joining the front and the back piece together. After joining the both sides, getting to the edge, remember we added 1.5 inches for the hemming allowance, so I will use the 1.5 inches and hem / turn the edge of this gown. Here I am carefully turning it for a neat finishing. Guys, as you are stitching through, please be very careful so that the pin won't injure you. As you sew, you carefully remove the pins. I am done with the sewing. I will turn to the right side and show you guys. This is it, guys. Next, I will join the upper part to this part to form the gown proper. If you missed our last class, check out the video card that just appeared at the top right of your screen to watch the tutorial video now on how to make the upper part of this dress, which includes how we achieved the asymmetric neckline and the ostrich feather sleeve. Or after this class, you check the description box for the link to the upper part tutorial video and watch it later. Guys, this is me joining the upper part to the down part we just made to form the gown proper, and here I am fixing a zipper to the gown. You can check the video card that just appeared for the video on how to fix an invisible zipper to your dress. Also check the description box. I am done fixing the zip and boom, our dress is ready, guys. It's giving classy and everything lovely. Please give this video a thumbs up if this was helpful. Subscribe, share, like and drop a nice comment. This is our Facebook group where we share amazing sewing contents. Check out the link that just appeared at the top right of your screen to join, or later you check the description box. These are our social media pages. Also check out the description box for the link and follow us. Touch this small picture to subscribe now. Thank you so much for watching till now. See you guys in my next video. Bye.